Dave Gardi, Senior Vice President, Football Operations at the NFL. I'm probably 11 and a half months into a new job in football operations. So we set some pretty high standards when Troy Vincent took over as the Executive Vice President. A lot of it is sort of integrity of the game, making sure that there's an equal playing field, level playing field for everybody. Trying to focus in a little bit on the college athlete and with our college advisory committee and things like that. I think we've accomplished some of those goals. I think we've also learned a lot in our first year, Troy and I, about the department, where sort of where we are in the grand scheme of things in the NFL office. And we'll kind of take a sort of look back at what we learned in our first year and kind of look forward to 2015. We try to get to facilities, obviously, that have quality indoor facilities, because this time of year, where we are, and even in Miami, our first combine this year, we wanted to make sure we have an indoor facility. We reached out to a bunch of clubs. Some clubs are definitely accommodating, want to see it back here. So I think this is our second year in Chicago. And we're trying to make sure we hit different regions of the country in case a lot of these kids need to drive here and can't afford a plane ticket. At least we're in the vicinity of some of these schools. We may branch out a little bit next year. We've talked a little bit about different regions of the country where we need to hit. And then we just got to find the right facility, because let's say if we go to Oregon or someplace without an NFL facility, we'll have to find the right indoor facility at a college or something like that to host it. Pretty easy answer to that one, which I guess I've learned in my first year. A lot of these guys sort of just are trying to figure out the regional combine process. And all of a sudden they realize this is the last weekend before a super regional. It's the last chance they have. So a lot of times you'll get guys that wait to the last regional combine. So we have a little bit more attendance and people signing up. So that's really why it trickled over to a second day. And this just made sense because it's the middle of the country. This was going to be our last location. So that's why we added a second day this year. I think it's important for the guys that are participating to hear from people like that. And, does it give us a little bit more legitimacy sometimes? Yeah, I mean, you get a presence like Joe Philbin or John Harbaugh in the building, be able to speak to these guys before they work out. I think that's important. I also think, this event is becoming a little bit more legitimate. It's a true football event. And I think our GMs, head coaches, folks, if they have an opportunity to come out here, they'll catch an eye on somebody. But just to have them come and talk to the group, which Joe Philbin did in our first week in Miami, I thought was great. Really great opportunity for these kids to hear from somebody, NFL head coach, about opportunity. That's what this is about. That's why we're here. Well, I think we've probably seen the numbers go down just a little bit this year with the number of underclassmen. Troy Vincent is in our group. We're trying to make an effort to keep these guys to stay for that last year. Knowing that they have the opportunity to go to the Indianapolis Combine, and then there's the regional combines here available to them. I think they'll see other opportunities, but a lot of those guys that are in that come out early, those early entry guys, they know where they're going in the draft, a lot of those guys. Very rarely will we have a group that'll come out, or a couple guys come out that need to come out for whatever reason. They don't have eligibility left for whatever reason at school. We'll get I don't think we've had any early entry guys at the regional combines, but again, it just provides another forum for them to showcase the talent that they may have for our scouts.